This is a message to all my supporters of this podcast. I'm introducing a new supporters program. You can contribute a small amount as a one-off payment to show your love for this podcast. Thank you in advance for all your contributions. This podcast is about the new normal that we're now experiencing in lockdown. Some of my thoughts and ideas and comments about how we can get better, do more, and inspire everyone. Enjoy. Hi, this is Mark Hayward from the Absolute Business Mindset YouTube channel and podcast. So today I'm going to talk about the new normal, and I suppose it's in 2 or 3 different parts. So the new normal for myself, there's the new normal for people working from home, and there's the new normal, which is people losing their jobs and stuff. So let's talk about the sort of wider issue first, and then we'll focus in on myself. So the new normal now is lockdown. You have a section of the population who have been made redundant, and these people could be anything from charity, retail, sort of food industries, obviously not the supermarkets, but some of the places that are more popular on the UK high street. And these people are really struggling. They are hard. It's hard to find a job for them at the moment. And although benefits are trying to be ramped up, it's really hard for some people. Really, really hard for some people. So I'm very sensitive to that. The second thing is people who've been furloughed, and these guys is leave of absence from work. And they are not currently working. The government is, I think, supporting about 80% of their salary, and the last 20% has to be done by the business. These are any number of people who have jobs which are not, where shops have been closed or businesses have been closed, or they're just using skeleton staff, for example. I know it's really tough for both these different types of people. I do also think there is a flip side, and if you could start a business and pivot and do something different and make a difference, there's also success there, but some people are not willing or don't want to do that. There is still businesses making money. As I say, you could volunteer for the NHS to help support people. I don't want to patronise people, but I'm just trying to give you options of what, if you're in that situation, that's there are different opportunities. I know a lot of people are spending lockdown on Netflix, and one of the things I've said a couple of times now is that you should be learning a new skill, learning a different mindset, changing your mindset, being better, learning, developing skills, developing knowledge, so when it does come out of this lockdown, you are ready and primed to go. So I know if you've lost your job or you've been furloughed, it is tough and it is really hard, but you should see this as an opportunity to be able to find new skills, learn new knowledge, get experiences that help you when we come out of this, because we will come out of it. Even if it's for 6 to 12 months that we are in lockdown, which I don't think it will be, but it could potentially be. No one really knows. So I think there's great opportunities, even if you've had the most harshest experience of losing your job. And I suppose the sort of other point I wanted to talk about is my new normal. So I'm working from home every day. It is a different environment, a different experience. I've got my own space, which is great. The kids are at home and they sometimes come up and disturb me, but that's part of the fun, I suppose. Also, I'm very fortunate to still be able to work from home and have that opportunity. Who knows if my company will make redundancies or furlough people or any other decisions that they make. I don't know, and we're just sort of waiting to hear what that message is. But for me, it's the new normal, which is working from home, working sort of a little bit earlier in the morning, but I'm trying to finish at 5:30 so I can spend a bit of time with the kids, have dinner with them, and sort of bond with them a little bit, where I wouldn't normally, if I was in the office, I wouldn't be getting home till much later. So I'm sort of trying to take that as an opportunity to be able to spend with the kids. But yeah, the laptops come. Oh, I always had it. The second screen has arrived, which has been really, really helpful for working on two screens. The job is still exactly the same. I've taken on extra responsibilities, which was a bit of a challenge, being upskilled while we were on lockdown, but it is what it is. You have to be adaptive and be able to learn new things. So that's now bedding in. We're in the second week of that project, so that is starting to be a bit more familiar, and I'm starting to work out how to do things and get things right and deliver high quality to my team. So I suppose what I'm trying to say is that there's advantages working from home. You get more time with the kids. The problem is with being in lockdown, there is very little time that you actually spend outside. I spent a bit of time at the weekend. It was a really nice weekend, sunny. I spent some time in the garden, which was nice, and got some vitamin D, and tried to top my tan up, which I'm not really trying to get. I think the thing that's a bit confusing, all my podcast stuff is now jumbled with my work stuff. I had a very clean distinction between the two, and now they're sort of intertwining with each other. I think it's really important that we try and just make the best of this. And as I say, if you're not working, try and learn new skills. If you are working, still deliver high quality, but you've got a bit of extra time on there. So I'm upping my podcast releases. So I'm doing this working from home series every Monday and every Thursday. So please check that out. I'd love you to get involved with that. And there's sort of hints and tips on working from home. It's what I thought might be helpful for people. We're trying to do different things, mix things up a little bit. As you know, I've done a little bit more jigging around on the podcast to get some music on that as well, and which is, again, I knew the skill. It was just I've got a bit more time to be able to play around with it and get it right. So always trying to up your game, always trying to learn new skills, develop new habits, good habits, and getting going again. Like, yes, we're in lockdown, but there's still so much we can develop and skills that we can learn. So for everyone that is in a troubled situation, I have plenty of sympathy for you. But come on, guys, we can do better than this. We can do better. So every single person out there that has spent far too long on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever it is, you guys, let's take a step up in this next week and just listen to some podcasts, listen to audiobooks, go on YouTube and learn some new things. It might be something different. I've actually bought some juggling balls as well, which is a skill I can't do. So I thought it might be quite a nice idea to actually learn a new skill as well. So if I get enough time between everything else, I will try and do some juggling. I'll keep you updated on that. So, so just thought I'd give you this update, an extra podcast on a Wednesday, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've been motivated by it. We've still got a lot to look forward to, even though this is really unprecedented and testing times. So thank you very much. I appreciate you listening. Keep checking out the Working From Home series and my releases on Sunday, which are my extended versions. They're either interviews or longer formats. So please do check that out. I would love you to subscribe, to download, and just keep on top of them. That would be great. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time. Bye-bye.